Everybody, how's it going? Today is January 20th, 2022. It's a Thursday. You know what that means. Time for some Monster Strike news. Let's get going. We've got a surprise announcement that I was not personally expecting. Well, let's just get to it. Of course, you know, if you're still watching this really early, Monster Strike Day is today. Hopefully you haven't forgotten to pick up your free Tokudama that you can use for the current event. You can also pick up some other goodies like 5 stamina mins, a super level scroll, and if you happen to have 3 or more lucky monsters for the week, you can get 2 at a better bells as well, which is really good. One of the better prizes, I think. Of course, don't forget that Chakra will be making her debut as a Chozetsu Impossible quest tomorrow. So if you want to take that on, it will be at 7 p.m. Japan time. And here is the surprise announcement. Jujutsukaisen coming back. It's only been, I think it was May last year when we had it. So it's not that long ago. So it's surprising to see it come back. But it is back and it is here for 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Okay. From the 22nd until the 2nd of February. And it's actually kind of surprising to see it start on a Saturday. That's usually not the case for collabs in the world of Monster Strike. So another weird thing here. And of course, when we get a revival, all of the old quests will be back in the library. So if you missed out on finishing any of those, you can go to the library and do that. Now, of course, as is usually the case in revival gachas, the Insidious quest that would have been attached to those set of quests will not be coming back. So if you missed that out, unfortunately, there's no getting that again. However, you said 2 weeks, that's a little intriguing. Of course, you're not going to get a mini revival with just 2, you know, it's not just going to be a revival if it's there for 2 weeks, right? Like, they're not going to give us nothing to do. We are getting the Jujutsukaisen 0 collab, which I guess Geki Joban, so that's what the theater version, right? So I guess there was a movie or maybe something like that, but that is coming out starting January 22nd. That's only a few days away, so hopefully you've got some orbs in your pocket. I warned you about a collab coming in February, but surprise, it's here in January. Give me a little, need a little water. But I was not expecting this to come at all. Like, I thought we might get a teaser and then they would give more details the next week and then it would start, you know, a few days later. That's happened before. But well, we are going running here. So here you go. Here's the first gacha monster. It's going to be Okazu Utah, and he is a light element. And here is his stats. We've got super null damage wall, no magic circle, first killer, status effect resist. Yeah, that's just a typo. It's resist. On the gauge, we have no warp and dash. Strike shot is a 19+8 turn speed and power up. Recovers status effects of all the friendly monsters you touch, and there will be a follow-up attack after he is done moving. Now, of course, as is the case with collab monsters, you've got to really see that monster in action, have people do the calculations to see what the multipliers are like, and see how good that follow-up attack really is. Hard to say with just text, as always, so we're just going to have to wait and see for more detail there. For the bump combos, we've got a double light bump combo. We've got the power drive and the high cross stinger. Now, I mean, honestly, I know people just looking at the names don't really know. There's so many bump combos nowadays, it's really hard to know off the top of the bat. But again, I would highly recommend take a look at the official video on the Monster Strike channel to see all of that in action. They are doing a much better job about showing those monsters nowadays, so definitely take a look there. And that is actually it. We are only getting one exclusive monster for the collab. It is only going to be what was it? Okotsu there. And so that banner looks really weird, right? We are getting a new 4 or 5-star monster out of it. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But in terms of 5, 6, or 6-star monsters, it is only Okotsu. And it is going to be stuck in the Starlight Mirage gacha. Now remember, all of the elemental gachas will be going through a makeover at the end of this month, because starting in February, that's when all the graduates move out of the gacha and move into separate gachas. That will not happen yet, so you will still have to deal with the old light elemental exclusives. They will all be in there in Starlight Mirage. Only, if I remember right, only 3 were moving out for the light. I think it was like Cleopatra, what's it, Kiss Kill, and Uri, I'm guessing? I'm gonna have to double check later. But it's an interesting concept. So basically Starlight Mirage will be up for the entirety of those 2 weeks, starting from the 22nd all the way to the 2nd. And that is, you are going to be rolling for Okazu, essentially. Utah, right? I should be calling by his first name, right? Interesting. Very interesting. We haven't had anything like... We've had some weird gachas like... was it Monogatari Collab? Where like they would come out as just the EX, you know, rewards for doing gachas on another one. I don't think we've ever had one where it's just tied into a specific light, you know, elemental gacha. Which is interesting, but I'm actually interested. You know, I really don't pull on these elemental gachas, so we'll be interesting to see how it works with Starlight Mirage. Now I did say there was one 4-star monster. We have the panda group with 2 other folks there. The base form, the 4-star, is a light type, but it actually has 3 evo paths, one of which features each of those characters you see there on the bottom left. So essentially you will probably want to have 3 of the panda, you know, 4-star results from the gacha, and use the 3 evo forms, because the 3 evo forms, not only do they have different elements, they have different ability sets, they have different bump combos, they have different strike shots. So they are basically 3 unique monsters with the same base form. So that is another interesting twist. So when's the last time we actually got 3 5-star monsters that you would want? I don't think so. So interesting tweak to the normal event formula here. We're also getting one event quest that will be Miguel, and it is also a light type. I think you can see the theme of this. He will be available starting the 22nd. We are getting an Insidious quest, and it's a dark type, so perfectly for perfect meeting all of those light monsters we're getting. Geto Suguru will be our boss here, and you will be farming for him. They didn't, unless I missed it, I didn't hear the details on how this Insidious quest work. I'm just going to assume it's going to be the standard. You have to bring a max luck. You have to, you know, complete it over and over and over again to farm for him. I believe they would have said it if it's just like a one and done kind of thing. And really there's no monster that they presented that you would use to, you know, like automatically get a free Evo if you clear this quest. So it is probably a farming Insidious quest. And just like the previous event, we're going to get a paid orbs good job sticker set. Each of those costs 2 orbs. However, they cost paid orbs. You must spend money in this game to be able to purchase these special good job stickers. You cannot use free orbs to get these. So do keep that in mind. You must spend money to get these good job stickers. And that's it for the collab. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer you. But we've got other stuff in the world of Monster Strike to talk about. Next is the new alternate stages for the Kinkinogoku Abyss floors. Floors 16 through 20 will now have the option for you to swipe left and take on a different version of that quest. Different boss, different necessary abilities. Who knows if it's harder or not. And as always the case, when you get new alternate stages, you get helper items for the previously added ones. So 11, 13, and 15 will allow you to purchase this special guide item, which has it activated. Oh, sorry, 11, 12, 13, and 15 will give you the guide item, and Kinkinogoku alternate 14 will give you the option to delay all monsters by 1 turn on the start of every map stage. And let's go over the Transcensions for the week. So for the Transcension Kai, it is going to be Kate Sith. And you know, if you're not familiar with the Japanese translation of the name, it is Ketoshi. Sounds close, right? But that is what it is. Let's see. Abilities here: Super Null Gravity Bear, Counter Slayer, Bump Combo Boost, Null Block, and Inner Strength M on the gauge. Those last two are on the gauge. His connect skill is Super Null Damage Wall along with Super Strike Shot Turn Reducer. The requirements here is to have at least one Speed type monster on your team, or your total team luck is at 100 or more. Strike Shot is spend HP to power up, and Damage Wall, Gravity Barriers, Mines, and Warps are nulled. Bump Combo is a Dark Chozetsu Homing 12 along with the Marking Bomb. Well, I mean, Inner Strength is always good to get a boost in damage. Counter Slayer on the main is nice, right? You get some additional oomph out of your bump combos, and the Chozetsu Homing is no joke as well. Marking Bomb is really strong too, if I remember correctly. And then, you know, you look at the nulls, we've got the block, gravity barriers, and damage wall. So nothing, you know, nothing new, nothing unique, right? Damage wall, gravity barriers, kind of old school at this point, and getting a null block on top of that, I don't know. Gonna be hard for him to shine in any newer hard quest. Might make some older quests easier, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm not the best judge for, you know, the harder quests. I don't want to play them too often, just enough to get what I need to evolve. So let's go to take a look at the Transcension for this week. It is going to be Schooled there. I think the art looks amazing. Her stats look like the following. We've got Super Null Warp Flight. We've got Kikai and Kobutsu Slayer, so that's the Robot and Vivolith Slayer, and that is at an L level, which is nice. We also get the Status Effect Recovery on the main. On the gauge, we got Null Block and Strike Shot Turn Reducer. Strike Shot is a simple reveal all weak points for all the hit enemies, and Bump Combo is the ever fun Rampage Reflect Laser EL1 along with Power Field. I mean, I think it's interesting. Again, you know, just warp and block, but you know, they kind of balance that out with an L Slayer. So if you have a stage with a lot of robots or Kobutsu, you know, Vivolith type monsters, and Vivoliths are they're on the more popular side for enemies, right? So you can probably find some place for her, but it is, again, only just warp and block. So we'll see. Well, I guess flight is there too. So sometimes, right? Sometimes you do want flight over minesweeping. So that maybe could come into play. Anything else? I don't know. I think that's good. So that's it for today. The next Monster Strike news will be on January 27th. That's same time as usual next week. So tune in back here to get the latest news in English. And here are the lucky monsters for the upcoming week. You can see that we do have the holiday related monsters. Daiseru on the bottom left in red, and you got Kotobuki on the bottom right. So hopefully you've got, you know, enough pocketed for the next week to maximize your lucky monster orders. I know I've definitely benefited a lot from that. I'm sure I'll suffer again once they go through the boat monsters. I don't know if they actually finished that, but I definitely skipped all that just because it was a pain. So like when you skip, when it enters a zone when you skipped max lucky monsters, that's when it can hurt, and you might not even have one for that week. So anyways, I mean, obviously the biggest thing that I think people would be excited for is the fact that we're getting a Jujutsu Kaisen collab. I don't think many people would have expected it to come back so quickly, so I'm sure this caught a lot of people off guard, and the date it's coming back is very early. I would not have bet any sum of money saying that this upcoming collab would be Jujutsu Kaisen. So yeah, colored me shocked. And of course the fact that it's a new system where it is only one monster you are chasing after, right? You're going to be chasing after a 0.6% essentially, which is scary to think about. That's more like, I don't know if you watched my other gacha videos on Yuna's on Air. You know, it's that level of pain trying to get a single card, right? You know, it's gonna be an interesting fight. I'll do a few polls for sure. I'll have to think about, balancing it with the other one, because normally when you have the callback gotchas, you have the ability to get both, but it's just one has a higher rate. But since this one is tied to Starlight Mirage specifically, I don't think we'll be getting that. So you're gonna have to be choosing whether you want the old gotcha or you want to be chasing after Utah here. Very, very interesting decision. And of course the fact that the Panda, or those three, right, they have 3 evolution branches. Now of course you can always keep spending materials to switch between the two, but I think most people would want to have 3 individual versions of them. So be careful about that too, when you pull about that, and think about what you want out of this gacha. Anyways, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer them. And if you haven't already, go ahead, consider sending a like this way, subscribing. You can also follow me on Monst, where all of these slides will be up, and they are already uploaded. You can take a look at them again. You can also join the Discord channel, talk with other folks who speak English and want to enjoy the game with you, or you want to enjoy the game with them. Most of them are nice to be around. Just kidding. Anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.